Today we're going to briefly talk about IBA's new daily QA device, the myQA Daily. We will introduce you to the hardware, followed by a software demo, and then we'll finish it all off with some questions and answers. So if you have any questions, please do enter them in the chat, and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. The myQA Daily is a hardware and software solution which is designed to perform all the needed daily QA constancy checks in a single irradiation. The newly designed measurement array includes 125 ionization chambers, which will offer more beam data for more accurate beam quality verification. The truly wireless workflow means once the myQA Daily is aligned, there is no need for the user to re-enter the treatment room until the measurements are complete. The browser interface is available on any PC or tablet within your hospital network. The software is beam triggered, offering an efficient and simple user experience. It is also worth noting that the myQA Daily is compatible with any standard Linux, including variants Halcyon and Ethos systems. The myQA Daily workflow can be broken down into 4 simple steps. First off, place the detector on the couch and in line with your internal lasers. Then connect to the device via Wi-Fi or Ethernet to your PC or tablet. In your browser, simply select Start on the measurement schedule for the day. The software will prompt you to input the beam parameters into the Linux console and will wait for you to beam on. Once the measurements are complete, the software will instantly tell you with a big green tick whether the tests have passed. After your tests have been completed, you can view your results and analyze trends from anywhere within your department. We will see more about the workflow in the software demo. Having a look at the hardware, as previously mentioned, the detector array of the myQA Daily includes 125 ion chambers. About half of these chambers are arranged within 0.5 centimeter spacing on the inline and crossline axis, providing high-resolution measurements of the field width as well as centering. The other half of the chambers are arranged in a diamond pattern with 5 centimeter spacing between the chambers. Completing the array is an arrangement of 9 chambers in the center, which are used to measure the output. As a whole, the chambers provide the myQA Daily with the largest amount of measured beam data of any available daily QA device. This means a more accurate morning QA, allowing for finer analysis of daily beam characteristics, as well as earlier detection of suspicious trends. In addition to accuracy, the array also offers flexibility. The chamber arrangements along the inline and crossline allow the user to use either a 10 by 10 or a 20 by 20 centimeter field. In addition to the field size options, the user is also able to select between photon, electron, and FFF fields. It is possible to measure all these field types without the need of any type of build-up plates or flipping the device over between fields, because the array features integrated absorber materials for the purposes of energy verification. These absorbent materials are stainless steel, air, aluminium, and tungsten. There is a 6 millimeter buildup of ABS, which is like a thermoplastic with a density of 1.06 gram per cubic centimeters. And the chambers are vented parallel ionization chambers with an active volume of 0.016 cubic centimeters. The myQA Daily can be used in a fully wireless mode. The device comes with rechargeable batteries and a standalone charging station. The cable-free design enables a convenient workflow and makes it easy to use at multiple Linux. It is worth noting that it is also possible to use the device in a wired network or power connection, just in case that's your preference to do so. A couple more quick features about the device. There is an integrated sensor for temperature and pressure correction. There is also field size markers, which permit the easy verification of the light field conformity with the radiation field. Now we're going to jump into a quick software demo. The software can be used through Chrome, Firefox, or Edge. The measurements also integrate with the myQA ecosystem, meaning that you also receive a version of the myQA platform for free with the myQA Daily. This could actually be a very good opportunity for those looking to upgrade from their current Beam scanning software from OmniPro Accept. So hopefully on the screen you can all see the myQA Daily login page. I'm just using it through Chrome. You simply go to the localhost 58321 I've got, enter your login credentials and hit login. This is actually a non-clinical version of the software. So unfortunately, there are a couple of placeholders where titles should be. We'll first start in setup, just so you understand what's going on in the background. The myQA workflow with all myQA applications is left to right, top to down. So in the setup menu, we've got our machines, devices, the Linux, the beams, and tasks. So jumping into the device, you can currently see that I've got a myQA Daily set up and attached. It's actually running it by simulator at the moment. So you can edit the device just in case you got more than one. We've also got a nice battery indicator just to make sure you're ready for the day. Going back to machines. So first off, we could, add a new machine. For an example, we'll add in a TrueBeam. There's not too many details you actually input at this stage because a lot of the parameters are actually made with the beam. So now selecting our TrueBeam, going across, we can add a beam. For example, we'll do a 6FFF beam. We can add in any description like radiation types, photons, electrons, the energy 6, FFF. We can select what field size we'd like to do. 100 monitor units for this. Down the bottom, unfortunately, as you can see, we're missing a title. It's actually the reference dose in centigrade. It's actually not a requirement to put it in, but you can if you'd like. Once we've set up our beam, we can then go down to set up a task. So for this, we can just do a, daily QA test. In case you've got more than one daily QA device, you can select it here. You're allowed to select which days you'd like it to be performed, just in case it's not an everyday sort of test for you, or you could also just set up to be a weekly on a Friday. Again, you can add a description. The checklist, so when you're actually doing your measurements, there will be on the right-hand side, there'll be a little just checklist. So you can add things like check lasers, check interlocks. So it's completely customizable in case you want to check your audio visuals or anything like that. We've also got an opportunity to make the checklist mandatory for completing the task. On the right, if we add a couple more beams, you can pick which beams you'd like to be run with the task, and you can drag and drop the order of them. Once you're set up, you can go into your beam and have a deeper look into it. On the right, you can see the reference measurements. Just selecting that and going to measure reference values. It'll pop up with your reference measurement station. At this, it'll tell you to input the 6MV FFF beam into your Linux workstation, 10x10 field, 100 monitor units. This is running through my simulator at the moment. So this sets a baseline for all of your daily QA measurements. The software will take 6 measurements and then take the mean of all of them as your baseline parameters. Just for the sake of time, we'll just stop it here. Hit save. We can then view the measurements. So you can actually see the recording of each individual chamber on the device and the associated values. Scrolling down, you've also got just a deeper look at the tolerances. You can actually define all your tolerances just in case you want, sharper tolerances to make sure that you don't deviate too early. Going across to the test run. So this is, like I said, bread and butter of the myQA daily software. We can see our machines listed down the left. So this is our newly created TrueBeam. For this, we can pick out Versa HD. So you can see all the tasks Monday to Friday. Friday, we actually have a weekly QA task scheduled with 6 beams. Fortunately, it's also missing a heading there. I've got it. So going into the daily QA for the Wednesday, you've got a, I guess, confirmation that you connected to your detector. We can check our lasers, we say they're okay. We check our interlocks, we say they're okay. Going down, you can start the measurement sequence to do all your beams shown on the left, or you can measure each individual beam separately. For the demo, I guess we'll just hit start measurement sequence. For multiple consecutive measurements, the pop-up box on screen will provide the user with field settings for the first field, and will wait until the beam starts to begin measurement. After the beam has been completed, the sequence will move on to the next field, again showing the field settings and waiting for the user to start the beam. This process will continue to repeat until all beams have been delivered. As you can see, it was pop on screen, so just running from a simulator. Didn't mean to do that. That's going to look good in the recording. So finishing off now with last beam, we get initially presented with a summary page. So we get a nice big green tick saying everything's good. Each individual beam has passed. We can overwrite this status if you'd like, just in case you notice something was wrong. You can change it to failed. You have to provide a reason why it failed before you can actually complete the task. Also, if you like, you can have a look at each beam individually again, scrolling down to see a bit more just detailed results about the profile constancy, dose output constancy, and energy constancy. We can also have a quick look at the individual measurements. And then going back to summary, we can say, yep, this looks all good, and hit complete task. I will let you know that it's being, completed. Going across, I'm sorry, it's on down here, obviously. Going across the trends. So one of the good things about the trend analysis in the software is, since you can access the software through any tablet, PC, laptop, that means that, you can do the measurements on the Linux and then go back to your office and view all your trends and analyze your measurements, because it's all stored on a central database. So we just did work on our Versa HD. We can filter it to the last 30 days, 90 days, or all time. We can check out our weekly or daily QA tasks. We can turn each beam off just in case you're only interested in the progress of your 6 MB beam. And you can select your different parameters down the left. Going down, so we can see that we've got today's date, fortunately it's American dating, but we can also click on, is this the one I did yesterday just for test purposes, and you can see a more detailed view of that measurement down here. We can go back to the one I did in June, and you can check your expected, the actual, and how much you're out by. Fortunately, using a simulator, it's a pretty constant result. But you can check your dose output constancy again and your energy constancy. You can download this chart, or you can export the chart data. It simply just goes to a CSV file for, I guess, additional analysis. I guess the only other things worth touching on is you can change, I guess, a couple of settings. So you can change your password. You can change a theme just in case you're feeling edgy. You can go for more of a dark theme. You can change from Celsius to Kelvin if you'd wish. There's also 3 levels of accounts. So you've got your administrators, which can create tasks, run tasks, and approve everything. You've got your dosimetrists, which are only able to actually run the task. And you've got the physicists, which are able to run tasks and overwrite measurements. And also with the little help button, it pops up the myQA Daily User Guide, just in case you need any, I guess, additional immediate help. In saying that, the team at Gamma Gurus are always there to answer any questions you may have. And then, I guess, speaking of questions, does anybody have any? Hopefully. I can't see any at the moment. I'll just double check with Jason, the other moderator. So you can type your questions in the Q&A section. Alternatively, I can unmute you individually, or maybe altogether is probably a bad decision. But if you got anything on your mind, either, I believe there's a little raise your hands emote, or there's a Q&A section. If there's no questions, it's obviously good, because the software and the hardware itself are designed to be very simplistic, very easy to use. It's simply just place it on the couch. I've got a question from Eugene in Orange. Can you run measurements in multiple LINAC at the same time? That's the one and only question I'm not sure of. I believe you could. If you've got two separate daily QA devices, you would be able to set them up and they would run autonomously. Because as you'd see now, broken it now, when setting up the measurements, you can actually, sorry, where have I put it? No, it's not there. I've messed it up now. Sorry, in the task. When setting up the, that's always great. Sorry, when setting up the task, you can click which myQA daily you want associated with that task. So essentially, if you have two, you could call it myQA daily 1 and 2 and use different devices for different treatment rooms. And hopefully that answers the question. Sorry, I couldn't pull it up for some reason. There we go. If I make a new one, I can do it. So you could just add an additional device in here.